What's going on, you? Yeah. What's going on, YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with another video. Happy July. I hope you guys are having a great start to your month. For me, if you haven't been following me on social media, then you wouldn't know that my mom is in the hospital. She's currently in the hospital. I had to take her to the hospital on Monday because my mom just was not sounding right. Y'all know how my mom sound. I know how my mom sound. But my mom's speech was very, very slurry. Her lip was really big. And it was just like, I thought she was in the process of having a stroke. I called 911 and they came and they, the paramedics came and they checked her out and took her to the hospital. And she's been there since. We later found out that my mom has carbon dioxide buildup in her body, which is causing confusion and causing her to sleep all the time. And y'all know my mom, she sleeps anywhere. She always sleeps. But on Monday, it was just like she was like sleeping during mid-sentence. The doctors was asking her questions. All she kept doing was going back to sleep. And they found out what was going on with her. So she's there now, and she'll probably be there another couple of days before she comes home. But I want to say thank you to everyone who's been sending their prayers and well wishes and messages and advice. Just thank you all so much for that. But it's tough. I was with her today. We got into it in the hospital, going back and forth, because she thinks she can just do what she want to do, and you just can't. If you want to live, you want to be here, you have to do what you have to do. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be all over. But we was just really like going back and forth, and I don't like going back and forth. And she had a little roommate, and I'm like, look, overall, we just gonna have to talk. And then she tried to talk about certain other things, and I was like, look, we're not gonna do all of that. But her state of mind, like her clapping back and all of that stuff, she's there. But trying to make sure that her oxygen levels and all of that stuff is right. We got to make sure all that's right before she comes home. So,
today's my mom's birthday.
Well, happy birthday to your mom. Did you buy anything?
Yeah, I gave her money.
I knew that's
my mom's not a gift person. She wants money.
Mm-hmm.
And she's rubbed off on me because now I would rather you give me money so then I can go out and buy my own gift. That's how my mom is. Don't buy me a gift. Give me money and I'll buy my own gift.
Mm-hmm.
So that's easy for us.
Then do she normally buy stuff with the money y'all give her?
I don't know what the fuck she do with it. I don't give a fuck what you do with it. One year I gave her $500 for her birthday. Mm-hmm. And her and my cousins and them got up and went to Atlantic City. So I said,
I knew you was about to say that.
Yeah, I said, okay. So, I don't know. Listen, once I hand it to her, it's no longer mine, so I don't know what she does with it.
So, while I was in the hospital, I seen on Twitter, first of all, Instagram is down, Facebook is down, WhatsApp is down. Mm-hmm. I was when people send you stuff, I'm trying to look at different videos, it just was not working. But I happened to see, at first I thought Halle Berry was trending on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And then I really looked at it, and it was Halle Bailey from the duo Chloe and Halle, who's on the show Grownish, and they are on Beyonce's record label and things like that. And I'm like, well, why the hell is she trending? So I click on her name, I see why she's trending, and this is not no rumor, this is not those, how they be like, oh, this person might be doing it. This is saying that Disney has made it official that Halle Bailey will be playing Ariel in the live-action remake of The Little Mermaid. And, I'm like really, really excited for this. And the first thing that came to my mind was the color. I'm glad that Disney did not make color an issue when it came to the decision of having her play Ariel. And then when I looked at the picture of Halle next to the picture of Ariel, I was like, it makes perfect sense. Mm-hmm. She can sing. Mm-hmm. I've seen her on Grownish, but I can't say oh, she's a great actress or whatever. But this will be her first feature film debut. Mm-hmm. The sky is the limit for her, and I'm just really, really excited, and I really haven't seen any negative comments.
Oh well, you have not. You need to get on social media
I don't want to.
I just was on social media, and
Yeah.
you know, black folks are something else. All of the negative comments are coming from black folks and black females, and it's so crazy because they're all. A majority of what I'm saying is, oh no, but Ariel's white, and we mind you, black females. We want to see a redhead, and black people can't get mad if somebody makes a movie and they turn a black person to a white person. But here's the thing, and somebody made a very good point too about Cinderella. Here's the thing: these Disney films are nonfiction. Mm-hmm. No, am I saying right? Yeah, they're nonfiction. They are cartoon characters.
No, they're fictional.
Fictional. They're fictional characters. They are fictional characters. They are cartoon characters. Okay, so to be quite honest with you, it doesn't matter if they're originally white and then live action is black. I mean, again, Cinderella. We all knew Cinderella to be this white woman from the film years and years ago. And then when they remade it with Brandy, who's a black woman, and it was a huge success amongst all of us.
Yes, it was.
So it was like, I'm reading these comments and I'm like, do we not forget about Cinderella? And did we not forget about how good it was to us when we were kids to see that?
The Wonderful World of Disney, that came on a Sunday, I believe at 7. I watched. I was in the 7th grade when that came out, and I couldn't be nothing but happy.
I'm sure you
we
are.
all enjoyed it.
I don't remember what grade I was when I came out.
Yeah,
but however, the point that I'm making is, it would be one thing if they turned Coretta Scott King, a non-fictional person, a real-life person, and did a movie with a white woman. That's totally different from doing a cartoon fictional character and turning the race. Totally different. I was reading when I was reading an article about her becoming Ariel. I said to myself, I started thinking of the song "A Whole New World," and I'm like, no, not A Whole New World. Jesus Christ. Yeah, A Whole New World. That's the Little Mermaid. No, that's not.
No, that's Aladdin.
Aladdin. Oh Jesus.
It's a Kiss the Girl.
No.
A Part of Your World.
Under the Sea.
Under the Sea.
Wait, no, wait.
A Part of Your World.
Yeah, that song. I'm old. That song. That one. I knew it. I was thinking, and I said, wow, that song would be perfect for her. Because she can sing, and that's a perfect song for her voice. I think this is a great thing. I really do. And I think it's great that Disney is now turning all of these classics that we grew up on into live actions. Like The Lion King is about to come out in a few weeks. I'm excited. It's like, this is what I've been waiting for. You know, this is 2019. I'm sure the film will probably come out a year from now, maybe 2 years from now. Yeah, so it's like technology is advanced, and it's like this is going to be awesome. I'm excited for it, and I can't wait to see it. And I think we should be celebrating the fact that this young black woman has been given this honor to play this iconic character, because Ariel is an iconic character. I mean, I didn't even realize that the Little Mermaid had came out 30 years ago. I'm like, wow, that movie is 30 years old?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it until a few months ago on the 30th anniversary, and I was like, wow. So we should be celebrating, and it's so unfortunate that majority of the criticism that I'm seeing is from black people and then black females. Like, that is so unfortunate. I had to get off of the shade room because I'm like, shout out to the people. Yeah, it is. But shout out to the people in the shade room comments who were defending and were saying, like, listen, these are fake characters. These aren't real people. You know, what are we so upset about? But anyway, congratulations to Halle. Congratulations to her team for getting this done, and shout out to Disney for being that what's the word I'm looking for? For being that game changer. Oh, and shout out to Halle's publicist who just texted me. She says she's so proud of Halle. So yes, shout out to everybody who is just making this. And y'all know who our publicist is, right? Okay.
Yeah, they better now.
Yes, the Yvette, who was also Beyonce's publicist, and Michelle Williams' publicist. And she just texted me while we were recording. So yes, shout out to her team. Shout out to Disney. Shout out to her. I think this is going to be amazing, and I think that we should support it. We should support it as a people. We always cry. We are going to support it, but I mean, we always crying about and then now that we are getting a big opportunity like this, it's us that's criticizing it. It's like, come on, y'all. We got to do better. Like Rich Fowler says, we got to do better.
Now I'm you know, since we're on the topic of the Little Mermaid, you know, on Friday, Melissa McCarthy was trending because they were saying like she's in talks to play Ursula, and a lot of people are upset about Melissa McCarthy because they're saying either Lizzo should play Ursula,
they just want to hold that cast, huh?
Yeah, and then they want Titus Burgess from Unbreakable Kimmy Smith to play her. Because they're saying,
I gotta look that person up.
They're saying that that the character Ursula is based off a white drag queen, so maybe a drag queen should play Ursula. So, you know, it's just a lot of people like.
I mean, listen,
throwing names, but you gotta have a big name in there for a Disney film.
And listen, I think when I saw Melissa McCarthy, I said, okay, that would be dope. And I said, I'm sure they're gonna make her up to look really, really bomb. They're gonna make them all up to look really bomb. Let's just, like you said, we need a big name because I think that, you know, we were all proud of the fact that The Lion King was coming out, but I thought it was a great thing that, you know, they used Beyonce because that's a big name to draw people, you know, to draw a lot of, especially young people, to go see it. Not saying that I don't think The Lion King would have done good without her, but it's always good to have that big name attached to a project like this. And Melissa McCarthy is a big name. I thought it was interesting because earlier today, I saw an article that said originally the original Mermaid years ago, they were looking to cast B. Arthur, who played Dorothy in The Golden Girls, to voice Ursula. But at the time, she was unable to because at that time, The Golden Girls was still on TV and she couldn't, her schedules wouldn't be able to. But I was like, oh wow, I never knew that. I thought that was really, really interesting. Don't ask me who voiced Ursula because I can't. You know, but yeah. But I think this is fun. I think this is dope.
I think it was a Broadway actress who did it because I was looking. I know it was a white lady, and I did look that up. But I'm just excited that it's being remade. I don't even know the last time I watched The Little Mermaid, but that was one of my movies, and when it would rain while we were at school, that was one of the movies we would watch, along with 101 Dalmatians and Home Alone 2. We watched a lot of things. 101 Dalmatians was my movie, you know. But I'm just excited.
Wait, is everything down? Cause like is everything down?
No, look, Google might be acting up too.
Like, look. Can you see on your phone? You have to add.
Yeah. Who was Ursula in The Little Mermaid?
Here's The Little Mermaid.
It doesn't say.
You can't click on it like to see it.
Oh, let me see.
Was that Pornhub?
Yeah, it was Pornhub. Stop trying me.
Okay. Yes. Wait, this is not the app though.
Little Mermaid. No, this is Google.
Yeah, but you're not on the app. That's
why. Oh no, I don't use the Google app. I just go right through my phone. Pat Carroll.
I don't know who she is. I've never heard of her.
They've had black Ursulas too. I didn't know that. Like in different remakes.
Remakes? Well, how many? I ain't never seen no remakes of The Little Mermaid.
Yeah. Pat Ann Carroll is an American actress. She's known for Ursula, including CBS The Danny Show, all that other stuff. Yeah, she's still alive. 92 years old.
Did you know, this is a fun fact, did you know the voice who played Jane Jetson in the Jetsons, because you know the Jetsons was out in the 60s, she played that voice all the way up until she was in, I think, her 90s.
What?
Still playing that voice until she died.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Now, how come they never try to remake the Jetsons?
I said that outside the other day.
Yeah.
I said that outside the other day. Watch it comes out. I said that outside the other day. I said I would love to see, because when you think about it, the Jetsons was supposed to be set around this time.
Yeah.
Or the early 2000s, I think it was.
I would love to see it, and maybe they can predict the future. You know.
Yeah.
No. Don't do that. Wait.
Yeah, but shout out to Halle Bailey.
Shout out to Halle Bailey. So, because from one Disney movie to a Disney show, The View. So it's being reported that Meghan McCain is considering leaving The View because it's like a hell being on the show.
Well, she says it all the time, though.
Yeah.
She always complains about, oh, it's so hard for me to be the only Republican voice on here.
And it's not because, you know, the other girl went on vacation. Abby, she's on maternity leave. Has she had twins? I haven't heard them announce it.
Yeah, she been had a child.
I'm late. I didn't even know.
Yep, she had them.
Yeah, so she's on maternity leave. But, you know, I feel like, you know, we all hate Megan, but she's one of the reasons why I watch the show, too. Because I wonder what the fuck she's going to say to Joy, or what Joy going to say to clap back, how Whoopi going to handle it, or, you know, how Sonny going to check Megan. And sometimes the guests that come on the show, they be checking the fuck out of Megan. So it's just good to have that voice, and I hope that when, I can't remember her name, but when she comes, Abby Huntsman, when she comes back, I hope that she stepped up her game a little bit.
Yeah, because she's not as strong as Megan is.
No.
She's not a fighter the way Megan is. And I agree everything with what you said. I as much as I can't stand her, because I think she's very disrespectful and rude, but I think that part of her feistiness is what makes us watch. Yeah. Because if you don't have that opposition, that strong opposition, then the show is boring. Yeah. Jedediah wasn't that really strong, and then the one before her, that lady from Fox News or MS, I think she's on MSNBC now, and she used to work for Bush.
Yeah. Yeah, she's great when she's out on MSNBC, but she's definitely out of her league.
Her name is.
Her name is
whatever.
Comes in at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Yeah. But besides that, I think Elizabeth was the best one and the one who stayed the longest. But it just seems like now it's like looking like being revealed that they couldn't stand Elizabeth, because sometimes Joy every so often will throw shots at her, whatever the case may be. So I guess they really couldn't stand her. But I mean, she was, you know, you need that strong opposition. Megan is just a big baby. Yeah. And Megan is one of those spoiled white girls who has everything given to her, or, you know, and it's like, first of all, everything, my father, oh, my father was this, my father, oh my God, my father. And it's like, oh, okay, no one cares. Yeah. But it's like, you know, she thinks that she also has this entitlement thing, where she thinks she's entitled. But, girl, if you leave the show, you know, because you feel like, well, then that's on you. Then you're just showing that you really can't stand the pressure. You can't stand it, you know? And if you can't stand the pressure, then, or the heat, get a lot of the kitchen.
Yeah, and if you stand strong in your convictions and you shouldn't be wanting to leave, that's a check in your pocket. And I'm sure you're getting a nice check, because you've been on there for 2 years just about.
Right.
So why leave? I know some of y'all probably want her to, but I want her to stay there. This is a presidential election season, and I can't wait to hear their opinion on the debates. Can't wait to hear their opinion about the different news stories. Like, she has to be there. And she can leave after 2020, but she could stay for one more season. And their ratings are good. Like, everything is good for The View right now. And I'm tired of the musical chairs. We don't need nobody else leaving. Like,
coming back. Yeah. I was so happy when Joy came back.
Yes.
I was so happy.
And you know, she had got fired. Like, they fired her.
Yeah, I know.
She's like,
they didn't renew her. Yeah, they didn't renew her contract. I know.
So, yeah,
and I love, because she jokes about it every so often.
Yeah, to let them know.
Yeah, let them know. But when you think about it, she's always the one who really gets into it with the Republican counterpart on the show. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? She doesn't hold her tongue. And I'm thinking, like, I couldn't believe that. Why? In the beginning, I thought that she was leaving, that it was her choice. And I just couldn't understand why she would want to leave. And then when it later was revealed, oh no, they didn't renew her contract. I'm like, well, why the fuck would they not renew her contract?
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense.
And they put in Rosie, what's that, Rosie Perez.
Oh, that was horrible. Remember when Rosie O'Donnell and Whoopi was on that season?
Yes. Yeah.
And Rosie was sitting where Megan is sitting at. Mm-hmm. That just was like, no, that was not going to happen.
Because she wanted that moderator chair.
Yeah. And they didn't care for each other.
No.
Yeah, they didn't care for each other.
So yeah, we want Megan to stay. I know some of y'all probably want her to go, but she needs to be there. I don't know if they're coming back this summer. Normally they come back in the summer, but I'm not sure because all I've been seeing is reruns.
Well, it's still early. This
Yeah,
is the holiday.
They might come back in August sometime. I don't know. But Wendy Williams will be back on Monday. So she's, all last month was his reruns, but she's coming back for a little summer show, and then she'll probably take another vacation and be back in September. But I'm looking forward into Wendy talking about her escapades over the last 4 or 5 weeks she's been going. And
with that young boy.
Yes, I cannot wait. So Monday, July 8th, I do have something to watch at 10 o'clock, something fresh and new. So I'm excited. Chris Brown has been taking a lot of heat for the past week or so. He just released a new album. I haven't had a chance to listen to it, but a lot of people were saying that the album is good. But he has one song on there that made a lot of people upset, a lot of women upset, when he said that he's not effing with, he only effing with bees with the good hair. And a lot of people took offense to it. A lot of people turned it into a colorism thing.
They took offense. They didn't take offense to the fact that he's calling them bitches. They took offense to the fact that he said he don't want to fuck with bitches with bad hair. Yeah. I mean, how? I mean, hello.
That's
I mean, hello.
Yeah.
I mean, never mind the fact they call me a bitch.
Yeah. But I do believe Chris Brown has a lot of growing up to do, which he's not going to do anytime soon. Okay? But I can understand why some women are upset because now you're making it, well, what's good hair and what's bad hair. And I remember watching Chris Rock's Good Hair. That thing was really, really good. But, I don't want to, I just feel like y'all know where his head is at. And some of y'all still choose to support Chris Brown. Y'all go to his shows, y'all buy his albums, y'all go off y'all stand for Chris Brown. But I do think that Chris Brown should listen to what people are saying instead of saying the only people who are upset are the ugly girls. Only ugly people are upset because y'all wouldn't fuck with people, niggas with bad teeth. That's what he was saying. So why can't I say I don't want to fuck black bitches with bad hair? Why can't I say that? Only want the black bitches with good hair. So,
and can I just say this? Can we not? And I don't agree with anything that's going on with this because I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care for several reasons. I don't care because I'm not a female. One. I don't care because I don't pay attention to Chris Brown. That's two. I don't care because I think that all of us, like you said, already know the type of mind space that Chris Brown is in. So the fact that we would even give him this much attention, I mean, he has a lot of growing up to do. And when you have somebody like Chris Brown who has a lot of growing up to do, and when they come out and say things like this, it's like, y'all really expected him to be on a mature level?
Yeah, and I mean, come on. That video, or won't y'all?
Hold on, because I'm not finished with that. I don't care. I don't care for because I don't care for because I don't give a fuck about what Chris Brown has to say. Ladies, good hair comes in all types of textures, all types of forms. It just is what it is when it comes to good hair. I don't give a fuck, and you shouldn't give a fuck what Chris Brown says. You do your hair, you like your hair the way you do it, you like it the way you wear it, whether it's an afro, whether it's a shortcut, whether it's long curly, whether it's straight, whether it's silky, it doesn't matter. Your hair is your hair, and your hair should not be defined by whether it's good or not because Chris Brown said, oh, he don't fuck with girls with good hair. I mean, with bad hair. Who gives a fuck? I mean, why do we care what Chris Brown has to say? The question is, we shouldn't care, okay? We should not care at all. And furthermore, let me just say this. Let's stop getting upset about what people like him say when it comes to stuff like this. Because at some point when we start to show our anger and displeasure with things like this, Chris Brown has a tiny point when he says, well, females, y'all do say y'all don't like a guy who is broke. Y'all don't want to date a guy who, some of y'all don't want to date a guy who's short. Some of y'all don't want to date a guy whose teeth is messed up. Some of y'all don't want to date guy or have babies by guys who don't have good hair. So, or they don't want to have babies by guys who are dark skinned. I mean, there are a lot of females who think this way. So yes, Chris Brown is wrong for saying what he's saying, but there's a lot of females who also think this way towards guys. So, you know, we can't say what we want to say and then get upset when somebody else says something as similar as what we say. So, you know, and, you know, it's a, while I don't agree with anything Chris Brown says, but I do say, yeah, he's kind of right. He has a point. We can't be out here saying we don't like these type of guys and then get mad when Chris Brown say he don't like these type of girls. Yeah. I mean, you know, because not every guy is walking around with $1 billion in his pocket. Not every guy's teeth is straight. And not every guy has good hair. But there are good guys out there. But a lot of females tend to say, oh, well, I'm not messing with this guy because he ain't got no money. Or his teeth is fucked up. Yeah. Or his, you know, that's his physical appearance that you are turned off from. Them guys are turned off by girls who may not have good hair. Whatever the case may be. But listen, I don't give a fuck. Because one, I don't even have hair. So I don't care.
So back to Chris Brown on the color is a thing. Him and Tokyo Vanity, they were going at it. Tokyo Vanity is from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
What they were going at it about.
She was saying that Chris Brown doesn't invite dark-skinned girls into his VIP. So Chris Brown took a picture, put it on his Instagram of a dark-skinned girl in his VIP.
A dark-skinned girl?
A dark-skinned girl.
A dark-skinned girl.
And she like, no, mother effer, you know what I'm talking about. You know in LA you have rules that you don't want anybody that's dark-skinned in your VIP and your people know it. And she's like, you need to keep it 100 and just let people know. What it is. And, you know, yeah, just be honest about what it is. Right. And if that is true, I think that we would have been heard something about Chris Brown only want dark-skinned girls in his VIP. If this happened years ago, and he's been doing this for years, why isn't people like? Why haven't people been talking about it? I've never heard about it before. And if Chris Brown is that way, I just want to know that women are beautiful and they come in all different colors, especially black women. We have beautiful women in every shade, every hairstyle, every body type, any body size that you like. And yes, people do have a preference, but I would hope that once you reach a certain age, that you realize that skin color has nothing to do with the personality of a person. Okay, because you could be light skinned and you could be a scammer. You could be dark skinned and be a scammer, or light skinned with pretty hair, with the good hair, and be a bitch. Like, it's just so much, okay? Like, so I just hope that don't try me. Don't try me.
I saw that pop up on my Facebook, people you may know.
Yeah.
I said, look at her.
A mess. I'm glad she don't be saying stupid shit on Facebook.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And she would talking to that phone, and you know, you talking to the phone doesn't pick up everything you say and make your language look bad. I'm like, oh my God. So, yeah. But yeah, I hope that Chris Brown get together. His mom was like, oh, it's not a big deal. She was talking not about the color thing, but about the hair thing. She posted on her Instagram, you know, let's not get into it and all, like.
I just think that there is a preference that a lot of people like, and I just think that a lot of people need to start being honest. Yeah. Ladies have to be honest just as well as men have. Yeah. Men need to be honest. There are a lot, and I've sat around a lot of females who will tear a guy apart about what it is they don't like about a guy and what it is they don't want a guy to have or what it is they want a guy to have. And it's like, you sit around females that do that and then you say to yourself, but it's a problem if a man does it. You know, is it a problem that a man does it, or is it a problem when a dark-skinned female thinks that a man is putting a light-skinned female above her? Because a lot of times, a lot of people try to associate good hair with light-skinned girls, and that's not the case at all, because my sister is about as chocolate as they come, and her hair is all the way down her fucking back. So I'm just trying to figure out why is it that we tend to associate having good hair with being light-skinned, because that ain't the case at all. It's just not. And anybody who follows me on Instagram know my sister is chocolate and beautiful and has long hair flowing down her back. So it's like, why do we associate good hair with light-skinned women? That's not true at all. There are beautiful dark-skinned queens out there, just like beautiful light-skinned queens out there who have good hair. But I just want females to be honest, just like they want men to be honest and say, yeah, I tear some guys apart too. And I'm not saying all females, because not all females do this, just like not all guys do this. But there are a lot of females who do it. And I've witnessed it. And
yeah, you
like,
gotta just sit there and listen to conversations.
Yeah, you sit and listen to conversations, and you just be like, wait, are you really, so what kind of guy do you want?
Yeah. And then the ones that do want their bums.
Yeah. No.
Like,
the ones that they do want or have, they reproduce with.
yes.
He's broke. He has no job. Okay. Now, granted, I don't want nobody broke either, but at least have a job. At least be broke because you're paying bills and taking care of your family. That's a different type of broke, opposed to not having money at all and thinking I'm just going to lay around and live off of you. That is two different types of broke. I'd rather you be broke because you're paying bills and you're taking care of your family and you're trying to make a way, but you're still getting up and every day to go to work.
Yeah.
But some female, and then you look at some of these females and they bash these guys, and you be like, wait, that's your son right there? Yeah, that's my son. Ain't his father Raheem? Yeah. Ain't he about? Like, don't he be standing in the corner selling drugs with no future ahead of him because he's about? And you sitting here talking about what kind of guy you want, but you let this guy, this bum, reproduce with you?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Or you know he got multiple baby moms.
Or you know he has multiple baby moms? Are you kidding me?
Yep.
And now,
Mm-hmm.
see, this is why you should not say certain things like that, because now look, now you are literally what you said you could never be. You could never see yourself being. Now you are that. And guess what? Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That who
Nice,
posted
nice,
about
very
with
nice.
The man taking that, standing in the back of the woman with the hands and they
Yeah.
hand.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. Very, very, very nice. It's not.
Yeah. That's
But-
not paying no bills.
Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah, we all just gotta. First of all, we all gotta get it together. I mean, we have our preferences, but my preferences, they wouldn't matter even with me getting to know a person.
Right.
Like, I don't care if you light skin or dark skin. Like, I do have a preference on body type, definitely.
Right.
But
He likes them thick.
and even if I do get to know you and you're skinny, I wouldn't mind. Like, that would make me having sex.
I like to
You
keep
know?
my preferences to myself only because I have to be conscious of. I know what I like.
Yeah.
But I have to be conscious of not offending somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I wouldn't be like, no, because you're not.
Like for instance, I do not get offended.
Can you imagine?
I don't get offended at all. And some people have asked me, and I'm like, no. Like when some people say, I couldn't date a bald guy, and I'm like, oh. Sometimes I'm like, you can put it up. So I mean, there you have it. So you know, but I don't get offended by that.
Yeah.
But some people think, you know, so that's why sometimes I keep my stuff, my preferences to myself, and when I see what I like, then I go for it. But some people, we just have to be mindful of the things that we say.
Now, if someone asks you, you shouldn't be ashamed to say it. But I had, I know a person who, at first I was like, first of all, it's not saying I know it can't be me, but I'm thinking like, well, what is it? Like, I had to pay attention to this person's type. And I said that their type is Latino and light skin. And that's not me. So I've grown a long time ago to let that go.
Right.
But we still friends, and I'm okay with that.
Right.
You know, but at first I was not okay with it.
Because you liked the person.
Yes.
Yes.
And I was just like,
But you weren't light skinned and Latino.
No, sure not. But once I start seeing the pictures
You
of
speak
that type,
Espanol?
un poquito.
Oh, okay. Okay, no Taco Bell?
See, I want some Taco Bell too, bitch.
Oh.
You don't like Taco Bell?
No.
I love Taco Bell. Oh my
I
God, they
wouldn't
be having
even
some.
think to even go to the bathroom in Taco Bell.
Oh my God.
Because I wouldn't want nobody to think I'm in there buying food.
Let me tell you something.
No,
Mexican
no.
food. Now I don't fuck with avocados,
Ooh, no.
but Mexican food be so good.
Yeah, everybody liked.
Woo!
When I went to Mexico, I had seafood.
Yeah.
Because you can't go wrong with seafood. You really can't. Oh no, you can't go wrong with that.
Oh, I would have told. Now, if I know in the city where to go for Taco Tuesday, I would be there. But you know, it's all right. I did love Mad Max. I don't know
Mad
if you
Max, yes.
Yeah.
Down University City.
Yes, they closed that location, but that,
Did they really?
Yes.
That location was always packed, but I like
Yes.
how it was in that back street like that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking
Anything
about?
can happen.
Anything.
And
Well,
sure.
and it. Well, you know, the first time I went, never mind.
Shut up. You know.
Yeah, but it was in my back street. But it was always crowded in there.
Mhm.
It was always crowded in that location. I didn't know they closed it.
Yep, they did.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they had some good drinks, good wings.
Yeah,
Oh.
they did have good wings. They did.
Oh,
Which reminds me, maybe I need to go get. I am starving. I have not eaten, and did I tell you I lost 8 pounds? I told you I lost 8 pounds.
not this week. You mentioned weighed yourself.
Now I haven't weighed myself, but the last time I weighed myself last week, I had lost 8 pounds.
Well, that's good. And my blood pressure has been really, really good.
Oh,
like
that's
I
good,
am
too.
really happy about that.
That's good.
And my friend bought me a blood pressure machine.
Oh, that's
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
that's
was
good.
really
So you
happy
do it
about
yourself.
it. Yes.
Mhm.
So you know, because they was like, well, if you don't have a machine, you can always go to Rite Aid and put your arm. I'm like, I don't want to
Do all that. Well, I have the luxury because I work in the hospital. Just
Yeah,
getting
to
one of
get
them
somebody,
CNAs
yeah.
and one of them secretaries just to do mine.
Yeah.
So
do
that's a good thing.
But I'm really happy that I'm getting in control. Now all I gotta do is start exercising. After that, I'm good to go. So there was a black family in Atlanta. They had a nice house, nice location. They had a little Ring doorbell video of the wife telling this contractor, "You can't work here." And the reason why he can't work at her house is because he pulled up to her house with a Confederate flag on the back part of his truck, and he was going there to work on one of their little golf carts or whatever. And she was like, "You know what? I'm sorry you came all of this way, but because you have this flag."
And it was a big flag.
Yes. She was like, "I cannot employ you. I cannot pay you."
Too. Yeah.
And his wife was like,
But you know what's funny? Because the guy, he says, "Well, I can put it away," because at first I'm thinking maybe this is a joke, but then when the guy said, "I can put it away," and she was like, "No, that's fine," you know, and I'm like, "Oh, this is for real." Cause, yeah, this is for real. I said, "Oh wow."
yeah, and I agree with the lady, and I loved how calm she was. She wasn't an ABW
Yep.
or anything like that. And her husband was trying to speak for her. She was like, "Oh no, I'm beyond upset.
Yeah.
Beyond
Yeah.
upset." But she kept it cool.
And she
that
told
man-
him it is what it is.
Yeah, and he left, and you know people were talking about it.
I didn't see, now in the very beginning, the car pulls up, but you don't see the flag until
Yeah.
he leaves.
Mhm.
Because in the beginning, I'm like, well, how does she even see a flag? Because usually when you see these Confederate flags, it's usually like stickers on these trucks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, how does she even see that? But then when he pulled off and I saw that big flag, I said, oh, so she probably was looking out the window and was like, what the fuck? I know
Yeah.
you spoke to my
Okay. She said, "God is testing me." She
Yeah.
told Yahoo News, she said, "When I seen that flag in my yard," she said, "God is testing me."
Yeah, yeah. You had the audacity. But you know what? It's so crazy. That was somewhere down south, wasn't it?
Yeah, Atlanta.
Yeah. Should I finish or shouldn't I? Because I was about to say, you don't see that in Philadelphia.
No. No.
The white folks up here, no. First of all, this city is, well, Atlanta is
They're
predominantly
bigger
black
than
too.
here.
But I'm saying, but it's
some
down
people
south.
down there are bold.
But it's down south.
Yeah, and they
Because
don't.
up here, what?
Yeah.
Fuck no, you wouldn't see no Confederate flag on nobody's truck like that, especially not big like that.
Yeah, I can't even think of
when
seeing it.
it's me seeing one in person.
Yeah. Now you might see one probably in the northeast somewhere, the far northeast. But
I don't even know that, Kevin, because I live close to the northeast and I ain't never seen no Confederate flag up there either.
Because all I think is that's where all the white people live at.
Yeah, but
down here,
no, but those white folks up there ain't flying no Confederate flag, and I live closer to up there. I don't see no Confederate flags up there. I start seeing Confederate flags when I'm driving through Maryland and going on down.
And when it comes to our part of the state of Pennsylvania, we are more liberal.
Oh,
what?
Sorry.
You did see one?
No, not in Philly, but there are Confederate flags here in Pennsylvania because you know where Rade stays at now. He stays somewhere. He had posted on his page, the neighbors had a big Confederate flag, and they were saying, "Oh yeah, I can't think of what part of PA he lived, but you know, once you go out in the country at all."
Yeah. If y'all look at that map from when it turned red for Trump, this whole area was blue. Okay, so we ain't elect Trump in Pennsylvania. Okay, but the other ones did, but we didn't. But yeah, I'm happy for that lady that she kept her composure and she let him go. And to contractors out there, you can't be doing stuff like that, having controversial flags or controversial things in your car, and you pull up to people's property and you think that you're going to work there. And I hope this is a lesson for them to keep that fucking flag away, keep it at home.
Right.
Yeah. So Lil Nas X came out on the last day of Pride, which was on June 30th this year. You know, I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he came out. And you know, you still got the people that's homophobic, or you got the people that's now turning his song into a sexualized song. Like, I'm gonna ride until I can't no more. Like, it's funny, but y'all petty.
Because I think I was one of the people thinking like, I wonder if the lyrics really had any type of.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he said his song is about horses. Okay. Now,
well,
we see. Maybe.
No.
How you know? Wait,
girl,
pull it up. I didn't see it.
I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, so he came out.
It was.
He's got a lot of. Oh wow!
And you know that.
Yeah.
I mean, it just went through the roof.
Is that a screen cap or that's just a?
No. This is on our page.
Yeah. Let me go. Yeah. Yeah. What was going on that day?
Somebody's gonna say, "God, be quiet."
But he's young. Look, he's young. He was like 19, 20.
I don't know, but
he's young, and I hope that he doesn't let nobody use him. And
no, he's not
found fame. They were saying that he doesn't really want to be the poster boy, and you know, I definitely agree.
He posted and said the next time he sees something homophobic about him, he's going to give that person a kiss.
Yeah,
well, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah. It's
don't be a part of Me Too.
Yeah. I'm happy for him, but everybody now, you know, everyone will say, "Oh, there's a gay agenda." There's no gay agenda.
No.
He happened to have his song. Y'all followed him. He put that song on TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all followed him. I didn't actually follow him.
Yeah, and he got the #1
song. All the straight guys is quiet.
Yeah.
They like the song.
Yeah. I mean, this is that homophobic stuff got to go. If you like the song, you like the song. It doesn't matter what the person likes sexually. You're not having sex with that person.
Right.
Okay. What? No, that's a child. You know, and I have to tell McCall this all the time. You know.
You tell me what? You ain't tell me.
No, that's a child. He gonna ask me my opinion about something. That is a child. You gonna see me on no touch zone pages.
What's that actual opinion?
You know. Some of them, I'll be like, oh my God. Then I'm like, that's a child. Well, that's a baby. They're a baby. I don't like them young ones. Like, but sometimes they can help you out. But I'm gonna shut up.
Do something with that?
But that one, probably not. Cause, like,
Too skinny.
huh?
Too skinny.
Yeah. Shut up. But shut up.
Goofy looking though.
Well, you might be a fun person.
Yeah, very nice guy.
But if I can't drink with you, then, you know.
Well, he's not at the age, the drinking age.
Oh, but that's shit. Well, what the fuck are we talking about? If we can't even go to the bar,
what are we doing? What time is this?
Yeah, because you know what time you come here and you know what's going on, so let's. No.
Yeah, I don't have time to pretend.
Yeah.
Listen.
Just pull it right down.
Just pull your pants down. Let's get to it so we both can go our separate ways. And if it's good, I will be texting you later.
Yeah, okay. But I'm really happy for him. I'm glad that he just put it out there, you know, and he's like, fuck y'all if y'all for it, or fuck y'all if y'all not with it. And he's getting support from all his little celebrity friends, and they all in his comments, and, you know, I'm just happy for him.
Yeah.
And, you know,
hopefully
now,
he comes out with another hit.
Yeah, and he's black and gay. Yeah, I hope he do have a hit. Though. But even if he don't have another hit, that Old Town Road, he made history with that song. It's the rap song with the longest stay at #1 in Billboard history. You know, he's on all these different charts. The song has sold so many. I don't even. I think it's like 10 million. I'm not sure, but he sold a lot of copies of that song, and it's the song of the summer. And this came out last winter, which is crazy. But he's doing the damn thing. So congratulations to him. And this is going to be more opportunity because you know all companies are going to be on him and trying to talk to him again.
And all them grown men.
Yes. Yes. Well, I hope he don't make no decisions with them people. Like, stick with your age. Like, them old people don't want nothing but your money and your sex.
And whatever horses you got in the front.
Yeah. Yeah, because McDonald just showed me. He do have horses in the front. Now, he's over age, so he's not underage, so I'm okay with that. Anyway.
Bitch, I don't never talk about nobody who's underage. Are you kidding me? You are crazy. You are really crazy.
Okay. So,
you are crazy.
I hope you guys have a great 4th of July holiday tomorrow. Please stay away from them M80 fucking dynamite things. Some little girl got some things blown off the other day.
They didn't make that illegal.
Yeah, but
and what was she going holding it?
Because she didn't know what it was. She lit it.
Oh my God.
In the kitchen, blew off her goddamn fingers. Like, Lord, that's horrible. And the father probably might be charged because he had a land around.
Yeah, as he should. I mean, as he should. Yeah. Why are you even buying those?
Yeah. Just leave the fireworks to the professionals. I understand some people want to, light a couple of firecrackers. But them big, dangerous ones, come on. Y'all got to chill out. And occasionally you hear an M80 go off around here. But, just leave the fireworks to the professionals. Because you don't want to damage a limb or your eye or anything. So, yeah, have some fun.
Yeah, this guy just posted, and this is true. He said, my cable is acting up too. Is there something going on with all these outages? Yeah, because my Google app, I can't even load.
Yeah, it's Russia.
Yeah, it might be Russia. It's not funny.
It's not funny. That part really is not funny, but they're working their way.
Shout out to everyone. Thank you to everyone who sent condolences on the passing of my little cousin. He passed away this past Friday. He was in a motorcycle accident. Sad, sad story. For those of you that are prayers, please continue to keep my family in prayer, and especially his mother and father. It's just so sad. I'm about to go back over her house today. It's just sad. This is the first time I actually officially became a funeral planner.
For your family?
For my cousin, because her son was only 20 years old, and like she said, she's never buried anybody. Because both her parents are still living. She's like, I never had to, and she's like, her mind is just so, I can't believe my son is never coming back home. You know what I mean? And that's a hard pill to swallow. That is a hard pill to swallow.
Is he her only child?
No. She has a daughter. It's just sad. Her daughter didn't live there. Her daughter lives, somewhere else, but her son still lived at home with them. And she's like, he's not coming back home. It's just sad. It's sad. So, I told her the other day, I said, listen, you have a big family, and we are all here for you. And whatever you need, we got you. Don't worry about, I don't know how. Like today, when I got off of work, I did the whole program for the funeral, the order of the service, because my other cousin, she's actually going to write out the obituary. But I did the whole who's going to do what, when, and where. I rented out, I got my church, my pastor's going to do, the eulogy for her. So it's like, when it comes to stuff like this, you got to make sure you're there for your family. Because you would never want the shoes to be on the other foot, and then you'd be like, I don't know what to do, and then ain't nobody there for you. Everybody just coming and then leaving, So it's like, you got to make sure that you're there for your family during this time of grief. And my heart breaks for her. It really does. she does not want to go to the funeral home this Saturday to like see his body, you know, to preview him. She's just like, I just don't want to go. It's like, you know, but you have to.
She
go.
have to.
Yeah, you have to go.
Yep.
I told her, I said, because on Monday, the day of the funeral, you're going to be so distraught, and you probably will pass out if you see him for the first time at the church like that. So go to the funeral home, scream. And my pastor told her on the phone when he called her, he said, don't let nobody tell you it's going to be all right. You grieve. He said, you know, this is your time of mourning. He said, scream if you have to. And I told her, I said, when you go to that funeral home, when you see your son, scream as loud as you want, cry, just let it all out. Just let it all out. So that when Monday comes, it's going to be hard, but it won't be as hard as it was the day before because you've already prepared yourself. So,
yeah, I seen my father at the funeral home before he was put in the casket. He was like wrapped around in a white sheet. It was just unreal.
Right.
I'm like, this is my dad. You know?
Right.
You know. But I couldn't.
Yeah. She couldn't even go down to the medical thing
to identify him?
She identified him by them telling her the tattoos on him. That's how she identified. Because she said, I can't go down there and see my son like that.
It's tough because you don't want to bury your own child.
You don't want to bury your child. Yeah, you know, you don't want to bury your child. He was only 20. And it wasn't like he was killed by gun violence. He lost control of his motorcycle. He didn't have his helmet on, and he fell. It's just sad. It really is sad. It's so sad. So yeah, if you are a motorcycle rider or whatever type of bike rider, please wear your helmet.
Yes.
Please wear your helmet. If you have a son who wears drives them, your brother or father, please make sure you tell them to continue to always wear their helmets. Because you just never know. It may not even be you losing control. It could be somebody just driving crazy and then hit you. You know what I mean? I had a neighbor who got killed like that a few years ago.
One of the friends died not wearing a helmet.
Not wearing a helmet. And it was just like, and it was crazy because the month before he died, we were out, it was snowing, and we were outside shoveling, and I'll never forget, he came to me and asked me could he borrow my shovel. And I said, yeah, I gave it to him wherever it came to me. And a month later, he was dead. And I could not believe, I was like, oh my God. Died on his motorcycle, wasn't wearing his helmet, and got hit. So it's so important to wear your helmets. It is so important to wear your helmets.
And you know, a lot of people won't be on motorcycles tomorrow.
Yeah. And guess who won't be on one?
You.
Me. Yeah. And guess who don't have no plans on ever getting on one? Me. And the closest thing I'm getting on a motorcycle is an ATV when I go on vacation. But you have to wear a helmet.
I'm about to say, you sure that's the closest thing to a motorcycle you want to get on?
Well, if I ever meet Lil Nas X, but that'll have to. It's time.
He's gonna have to be over 21.
Cool.
Well, not for you. Oh, I'm like, let y'all see him.
No, I'm thinking about me having to be over 21. I was say, bitch, I've been over 21.
Oh, we know that.
What the fuck? That's why I'm like, who? Because you say he has to be over 21. I'm like, well, bitch, I'm already over 21. Those years are long.
All right, y'all have a safe holiday.
What I was doing at 21, woo!
That's my day.
Jesus, what I was doing at 21.